Hello everyone. I am Mohammad Mujahidul Islam Rahi. Today we will discuss the first lab assignment of CSE423 Computer Graphics course. In this video, we will get to know the tasks that you have been assigned for lab assignment 1. So this will be our lab assignment 1. Initially, you have to follow some instructions. The first instructions will be like you can either choose Java or Python for your individual tasks or assignments. Make sure that you do watch the video. There will be a video which will help you go through the Java installation program and will help you with the Java environment in which how you can proceed with this assignment. And similarly, there will all be also a video for a Python. So you need to install the OpenGL libraries. Please watch those videos where you will go through the installation process and also about today's tasks, including like Java and or Python. Okay, so one basic requirement is that you should go through the initial theory classes so that you will be equipped to do these or complete these tasks. So I will not be going into the theory part. If you have any problems regarding theory, you can watch the theory videos, or you can also contact faculties or your lab faculties for that matter. So some instructions have been given. So for example, you have to follow, you have to submit your assignments in a Google form. The Google form will be shared with you. You can also see the Google form link here. You have to submit the Google form with the assignment deadline. The deadlines will be shared in due time. Please do follow that. As you already know, we do have a Discord channel where you can all see the deadlines, and you'll also find these assignments on the tasks will be shared there. You can submit in like in the Google form that has been assigned. One thing is, be very careful while you're submitting. Follow the instructions carefully and make sure if you if you do not maintain those instructions, some of the marks will be deducted, as we have already mentioned here. And please do not go through any form of plagiarism, and that will heavily deduct your marks. And in some cases it will your assignment will be absolutely void if you go through any kind of plagiarism. So let's start with the tasks that you have to complete for this assignment. The first task is basically just drawing pixels. So if you have completed your installation process, whether in your Java program or in your Python program, you would be able to start these tasks. Please follow those videos I've already mentioned. Those are very important. Watch those videos first, then come back to this to complete the tasks that you have been mentioned. The first task is you have to draw 50 pixels or like 50 coordinates. For that, you have to generate random numbers for your x coordinates and your y coordinates. We can imagine like one individual coordinate will have a x value and a y value. So if you are to determine 50 coordinates or 50 pixels, for that you would need 50 x values and 50 y values. And that means basically 100 values. You have to generate them randomly. So to generate random values either in Java or in Python, you can just search it in Google, and you can use like libraries, built-in libraries to generate random values. So whichever platform that you have chosen, use that to generate 100 random values, and use 50 of them for x coordinates and 50 of them for y coordinates, and just generate pixels and display it in the output section, or the output interface that you will have to display. Okay, that's the first task. So that's basically drawing pixels, as it's initiated as task 1. The second task is basically a simple design that you have to complete to draw a building. So for this, you can use GL libraries, built-in methods such as GL points, GL lines, or GL triangles. So these are the base primitives that you can use. In the videos, in the code description videos for either Java or Python, you would see that you can use these things such as GL points, GL lines, or GL triangles. You have to use that to design a house. So basically, this is one example of a house that can be drawn. The design of your house is absolutely up to you, and you can also modify in which way you want, but make sure that you have to use use either these three, any one of these, or like if you feel like you need to use all of them, you can use that as well. So you can use that to draw a house. Make sure your design is absolutely unique. So it does not necessarily has to be this. You can choose your own design. If you feel like can draw, if you want to draw this, you can also draw this if you want, but the design is absolutely up to you. This will be our task 2. Okay, the next task will be on DDA line drawing algorithm. Uh, a very special precaution is that you have to use DDA. You cannot use GL lines, GL points here for task 3. For DDA theory, please go and watch the theory videos. Also, you can watch the uh, code description videos where you would see the faculties have gone through that a bit. But for the theory video, I would suggest go and watch the theory videos of the theory class to get an idea of how DTA works. If you're done with that, and we're absolutely fine, we will start with this task. So for this task, you have to consider your student ID. So we will consider the last digit of your student ID. If it's a if it's a even number, let's say if it's 2, it's an even number. So if it's an even number, we will display T. So you have to display T. If it's an odd number, then you have to display H. So depending upon the last digit of your student ID, we will display either H or T. So this is basically a coin toss system, which will the result of the coin toss will depend upon the last digit of your student ID. So I have already mentioned this, like you cannot use GL points, GL lines, or GL triangles, and there are two instructions that you need to follow. So one of the lines has to be a dashed line. It means like so for example, if you have this student ID where the last digit is 2, which is an even number, so even number produces T, you have to display T, but one of these lines have to be dashed. You can have the other line as dashed as well. It's absolutely your choice, but one line has to be dashed. The dashed line will have some pixel gaps, right? Gaps which will make it dashed. So you have to design a system, or you have to use a DD algorithm in such a way where it will draw a line, but there will be gaps in between. And the other line can be a straight line, or if you want, you can also have the other line as dashed as well. It's totally up to you. So like if you're considering gaps, how much gap will you give or things like that, it's totally up to you. But it has to be dashed. So one line is a pre-requirement that one line has to be a dashed line. The other line can be a straight line, and it's totally up your choice. Okay, so but remember, you cannot use GL points, GL lines, or GL triangles. You have to use the DTA algorithm, the line drawing algorithm for this. Okay, so the first example was like, if it's a even number, you will display T. And in case of an odd number, for example, here the last digit is an odd number, you will display H. Then again, here also, you see I have decided that this line this line will be my dashed line. You can either choose this line, or the whole diagram to be dashed line. But remember, you have to choose one line as dashed. It's absolutely up to you which line you choose to be dashed. Okay, so in this scenario, it is a 1 was the last digit, so it's an odd number. I will display H. Okay, remember 0 is considered as an even number, so remember that. And basically these are the 3 tasks that you need to complete. Again, I would say you have to watch the code description video first if you are to complete these tasks. Also follow the instructions that have been mentioned in the Google form. That's very important. If you fail to do that, some of the marks will be deducted. The deadline will be given on the Discord channel, so do follow that. And thank you, everyone. Hopefully you will submit the assignments. And then again, if you have any problems, there will be live discussion sessions in labs. You can also discuss there as well. So thank you, everyone.